Alright, here's yet another Reason video. This one is on using the arpeggiator, the RPG-8 that comes with Reason. To use the arpeggiator, basically the arpeggiator is a device that's going to arpeggiate, that is going to break up notes into a pattern of some sort, but it has to get a source from another instrument. In other words, the arpeggiator itself doesn't create the sound, it simply plays back a pattern that some other instrument is providing the sound for, if that makes sense. So what I do need to do is create a sound first and then attach my arpeggiator. I could go into create instrument again and kind of browse through. Why don't we do that? And I'll start with my Reason Factory Sound Bank. Go to all instrument patches. Oh, let's go to, I'll go and put on synth poly. Now I've got my list of presets or patches again. I want to single click so I can just play on my keyboard. Use my arrow key to move through these. Let's move down here. Find one here a second I like. There we go. That might work. I'm just going to grab this bell sound, now hit OK. It has loaded up the Thor polysonic synthesizer for me, but if I play it now, it's just playing whatever I'm playing. What I want to do is create an arpeggiation, that is where it sounds something like this. Something like that, but I'm going to have the arpeggiator do that for me. Once this is created and selected, I can then go down to my device list. Near the very bottom is the RPG-8 monophonic arpeggiator. Again, if this is selected, that is the instrument that's going to feed it sounds. If that is selected, I can either double click here, I could click create, I could just drag it in, either way. I kind of like dragging in, kind of makes it feel like I'm actually installing it or something. So I drag it in there, and I could hit tab again to make sure that it's routing correctly. Here's my Thor, it's going out, or you don't even have to really know what these things are. As long as you can see cables going into the arpeggiator and back to that, then you're good. The main outputs for the Thor, that is the sound itself, are going up to my mixer. That also is good. So we're all ready to go. Now that this is running through, my signal is running through this arpeggiator, now if I hold down a chord, it's actually arpeggiating it. And I have lots of choices. I could make that go up or down. It's going up and down. Here's down. Sorry. Oh, sorry, that was random. Whoops. There we go, down. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I could make it be more than one octave. Or 3 octaves, 4 octaves. Whichever way I want to do it. I kind of like up. And I could also change some other parameters. Here's where it sticks with the low note. So you see that low note staying. High note, the opposite. 3 to 1 just breaks up the pattern into 3s or 4s. Whichever way I want to do that. And I can also turn on the pattern gate, which simply means if I turn that on, I can say where I want the notes to happen rhythmically, instead of just straight 16th notes. I'll turn that off and just use a regular arpeggiator. And as I change notes, they change in the arpeggiation. So if I'm ready to go, I'm going to rewound back to the beginning. Go ahead and hit record. I've got my click on and my pre-count on, so I'm ready to go. Hit stop. It of course went a little bit longer, so I need to shorten that up. And of course I can do Command C for copy, Command V for paste, 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 paste. Just keep on doing as long as I want. I've got my arpeggiation. Since this, and notice it put it in the arpeggiator lane, the Thor actually doesn't have anything in it, even though it's what's creating the sound. My arpeggiator lane is what is actually the patterns were created in MIDI. If I want to change as far as whether they go up or down, I just go up to my arpeggiator and I could actually change those parameters, and it will change when I play it back. So it's pretty fun. You can do a lot of neat little interesting patterns that can really liven up a song when you throw that in there. Okay, that's it for that one.